Oh yeah, happy Monday, pipe smokers. We've got a gorgeous 70-degree day. I'm sitting here on my front porch. Yeah, man, look at that. The sun is blazing away. Yep, this is my view from my front porch. One of my favorite places of all time here. We just took a tree down. One of my favorite places to be in the summertime. Out here with a cold pint or two or three of beer. Yeah. Oh, man. And it is full sun all day long on this front porch. The front porch is probably, I would say 10 foot wide. Well, I'll show it to you. Hopefully it'll get in the camera, but anyways, it's my neighbor's side. And it goes all the way over here to there. Yeah. And just a nice place to sit on a warm summer night or just a beautiful day like this to come home to. Oh man, I'll tell you. And I got some really, really good news for my son, Paulie Jr. Let's open a Busch beer. Cheers. Yeah. Couldn't wait to get home. It's Monday, March 4th, 2024. It is a bit breezy out here, but we'll get this pipe lit. We've got our gorgeous Rhodesia pipe. Look at that briar. I can't see it because the screen looks so dark because it's bright out here, but and it's got Two Friends Celtic Mist in it. Let's see if we can't get a lit. This is the warmest it's been since probably last October. And it's just beautiful. Just no clouds in the sky. So it was about 3:30 today. And at work, I get done at 4. All of a sudden, I feel my phone buzzing in my pocket. And it's my son, Paulie Jr. So I go outside, take a little break. He says, Dad, I got great news. I says, what's up? He says, I got hired at Amazon. I says, all right, man, that's awesome. Tell me about it. He's 20 years old, just turned 20. He says, well, they started me out at $18.10 an hour. He says, if I want to work 20 hours a week overtime, I can. And then that extra 20 hours a week is like $27.50 overtime or whatever it worked, $27.40, whatever it works out to. I was like, that's great news. He's like, yeah, it gets even better. He says, they pay for all your benefits. You get instantly 2 weeks paid vacation. Instantly, you get 10 days paid sick leave, which is 2 weeks. And he says, and after 60 days, they give me $5,200 to go to any school that I want to go to. I was like, wow. He says, yeah, I can go to college. I can do online college. I can, but he says he wants to get a CDL license to drive a tractor trailer, an 18-wheeler. So I'm pretty proud of him. And he says, yeah, he says, my buddy that got me in, those two are like that. They're like brothers. He says he's making $21 an hour after 60 days of being here. he asked to get promoted to a trainer. He says, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to work all the overtime I can. He started working for me when he was 4 in my seasonal business. Well, when he first started working, it wasn't really work. It was like, all right, go get that shovel, fill up this bucket with sand. He was good for about a half hour, and then I'd give his mom $5 to take him and his sister for ice cream. But basically, since he's been 4, he's worked a seasonal job that's good maybe April, May through October. And then he's starved during the winter. So he's all excited. You know, after I closed my business down, I hooked him up with one of my buddies that does the same thing. So he's making $100 a week more working there, 40 hours a week than he would for my buddy. And he says, I'm not getting sunburned and blah, blah, blah. And, it's outdoor concrete work. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. I'm happy for him. I'm happy. The day is beautiful. I feel good. Started taking my vitamins again. Got a beautiful bowl with 2 friends Celtic Mist in it. Being a dad, I had my times when it was like, okay, it's time for me to pick an occupation, to pick a career. I remember, 40 some years ago, I've had plenty of careers since. In this day and age, you have to reinvent yourself. There's no way that you can go to one place and work there your entire life. Most likely that is not going to happen. But when you see your kids do well and you've taught them, a good work ethic, and they've all come to me and thanked me, hey, Dad, thanks so much for, I wasn't really per se hard on them, but I was a business owner, and all my sons and daughters at one point or another worked for me, with me as a family, but each one of them at a different point in time would think, oh, I'm the owner's son, so I can do what I want. And that was not the case. I taught them, definitely that is not the case. And I am your father, and on the job site, I'm the boss. I treated them very good. They didn't get any special perks. They, if you were my son or daughter, you better be the hardest working one on the crew. Besides me, I had to be the hardest working one. And my sons, they'd get to that 14, 15, 16-year-old age where they want to try the old man on for size and say, no, we're going to do it this way. No, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it the proven method. No, we're doing it this way. I've decided. Okay, you're fired. Go sit in the truck. Come out when you want to do it the right way, and then I'll rehire you. And then, of course, they'd go home and tell their mom, and she'd be like, you can't do that. I'd be like, you can't? No, you can't do that. You can't fire them and do stuff like that. And I says, really? Okay. I says, tell you what. Here's the keys to the truck. And these are the keys that I actually would hand her. Here's the keys to the truck. I'll go get a regular job. You can quit yours. And you can run this business. And then if you don't want to fire them when they're not doing what they should be doing, then you don't have to fire them. I don't want to know nothing. Here you go. I'd toss them on the table. Well, I can't run that business, she'd say. I'd be like, exactly. It needs to be run. I had high expectations of my sons, but I also treated them extremely, extremely well, with extreme fairness. They really tried me on for size a time or two. Well, I had to show them who the boss was. There was, I expect you to do your job. No bickering or arguing or fighting on the job site. When we're here, we're putting a show on for the customer and giving them a great product. And that's what I want them to see. I don't want them to see, one brother fighting with another brother. That's unacceptable. And that's the way I brought them up. And each one of them, one by one, came to me and said, you know what, thank you so much for teaching me a good work ethic. I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. And every one of them at one point in time or other came to me and told me that. I knew what I was doing. I was training them, bringing them up to be real men, not pussified. I didn't get out. I never yelled at them. It was never unfair. It was more than fair. But I taught them how to be men, because that's the way my father taught me. So I just passed down what old Gramps taught me. Oh, that sun feels just so good. I wish you could feel the sun here. Brad Logan, I know you're in London right now, but I don't know if you're experiencing full sun and 70 degrees. But then again, by now, it's about 9:30 there. You're probably out to dinner having a pint or two of beer. Oh. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about my son, my youngest boy, Richard Paul Gilson II. And you got to show them that. When they try and they have a great moment like that, you got to be first of all, I'm excited. And I wasn't going to hide my excitement, and I told him I loved him, and I told him how proud I am of him. And I said, yeah, this last winter you weren't able to find anything in the wintertime to make money. And I know it was hard on you, but you learned something, didn't you? He says, yeah, I'm never doing that seasonal stuff again. And he says, well, you could, but you got to plan ahead a little better. Make sure you got something lined up before your season just ends. Wow. It's Two Friends Celtic Mist. I'm loving it. I almost went through a whole bowl of this already. Yep. I'll tell you what. I'll let that old pipe rest there for a second. Have another little sip of beer. Now, I live way out in the country. You could see when I spun the camera around. I love living out here. I don't have any neighbors for almost a quarter mile that way. I think my nearest neighbor's probably 700 to 800 feet, a tenth of a mile, maybe. So it's nice. It's nice and peaceful and quiet here. I've been here. April 27th will be 10 years. Thank the Lord. I found this place. Oh, and I love this because even after the sun goes down, this porch still stays a little warm when it's warm out. In the summertime, You can come out here when it's sunset and you're going to almost burn your fanny. I mean, when it's full sun in the summer and it's 90 degrees out, this porch is probably 120. So yeah, it's a little warm on your fanny. Yeah. Let's crack open another one. Yeah, so I'm really, 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 really happy for my son. Mm. Mm. Two Friends Celtic Mist. I told him, I says, look, we talked for about 10 minutes when I was at work. I said, hey, man, after I get home and stuff, I says, I want to call you. I want to talk to you more about this. Oh, yeah. This is good. I love this. We still have an hour before sunset. Over an hour. And this Two Friends just tastes so good. Oh, yeah. So kudos to Paulie Jr. for getting a good job and probably a good career out of this Amazon. I said, ha 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 ha. You're going to be working for a company with a big freaking penis as a logo. Look at their logo sometime and tell me that doesn't look like a big freaking penis. Believe it or not, that's a pretty good sized bowl. And I just about smoked her down to the bottom. Listen to this, just peace and quiet. The occasional car comes down the road, the occasional dog walker, the occasional person riding their bike. Just what a great, peaceful place to be. I'm so thankful. But really, I'm thankful. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Got a little tree line down here over on the other side, if you can see. That, well, there's the, yeah, there's the sun. But that little tree line, you know, it hides about the extra. The sun hides behind that for about the extra maybe 20 minutes, half hour before the sun goes down. I don't mind that. Oh, man. Well, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Very happy, very proud of my son. Yeah, happy Monday. Got things to do over and out. I might work in my little shop for a while out here. It's warm enough. I got some cleaning up to do and so forth in there. Yeah. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers over and out.